నిలయంలోని సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభామండపం నుండి ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారాలను మీరు వింటారు. దయచేసి వేచి ఉండండి.
Sai Ram, dear listeners, live broadcast of the proceedings from the Sai Kulwant Hall at Prashanti Nilayam will follow shortly. Please stay tuned.
రేడియో సాయి శ్రోతలకు సాయిరామ్. మరికొద్దిసేపట్లో ప్రశాంతి నిలయంలోని సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభామండపం నుండి ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారాలను మీరు వింటారు. దయచేసి వేచి ఉండండి.
I offer our loving obeisances at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. Revered elders, dear sisters and brothers, and my dear students, I welcome you all to the prize distribution function of the annual Sports and Cultural Meet 2014-2015 for the Sri Sathya Sai educational institutions here at Prasanthi Nilayam. This being the Sankranti season, I also extend my warm Sankranti greetings to one and all assembled here. Makar Sankranti is a very auspicious time, a time of family reunion, a time where in many parts of our country this coincides with the harvest season, a time for rest, a time for peace. And here at Prasanthi Nilayam, it is also a day where at the end of the annual sports and cultural meet, we sit back to receive Bhagwan's benedictory boons at the end of a very hectic sports and cultural season. Amongst the festivals of India, most of which are based on the lunar calendar, Makar Sankranti is special because it is based on the solar calendar, and that's why every year it comes on almost the same date, January 14th or 15th. And in many parts of our country, it is celebrated over several days. Prasanthi Nilayam is no exception. In the tradition of North India, yesterday we had Lori being celebrated in the ashram, and this will continue till tomorrow. It is auspicious in our Puranic lore because of a number of references. In the Mahabharata, Bhishma Pitamaha, who had Ichha Maran, the boon of dying according to his will, waited for 56 days on a bed of arrows on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, waiting for this moment to give up the body because it was considered to be the start of Uttarayan and highly auspicious. It is also on Makar Sankranti day that Emperor Bhagirath did tarpan for his 60,000 ancestors who were burned to ashes in Kapil Muni ashram, and he did tapasya to get Mother Ganges, and it was on this day that the Ganges water flowed over the ashes of his ancestors, an occasion which is even today celebrated and commemorated at the confluence of the Ganges River and the Bay of Bengal with a great celebration at Ganga Sagar. The day after Sankranti has another beautiful legend associated with it, and because of which this festival is also very intimately associated with Lord Sri Krishna. And the legend relates to the Govardhan Giri episode. Incidentally, that's an episode which is going to be depicted by our students in the drama this evening, which they are putting up in the Sai Kulwant Hall. The Govardhan Giri episode is an event in Sri Krishna's life, pregnant with a number of messages. Of course, the story goes back, according to Bhagwan, even earlier to the Treta Yuga, when the bridge was being constructed across the ocean. At one point of time, it was felt that the bridge is complete, and there were these monkeys holding hills, trees, etc. And the message was sent back that whatever you're holding, leave it where it is and come back to the ocean shores, because the bridge is now complete. So there was this little hill which started lamenting, and the message was communicated to Sri Ramchandra. The message of the hill, he said, I was uprooted from my native place. I thought I will get a chance to participate in the divine mission. And I am neither here nor there, and I am being left standing in a totally unknown territory. So this message was communicated to Sri Ramchandra, and he sent a benediction to the hill. He said, don't worry. When I come again in Dwapar Yuga, you will certainly get a chance to participate in the divine mission. And so it was at this time of the year where the villagers of Vrindavan were getting ready to worship Indra, who showers his bountiful rains and brings prosperity to the villages of India. At that point of time, the little boy Krishna goes up to his father, to his elders. What are we doing? He said, we are going to worship Indra. He said, why should we worship Indra? Why not worship this hill, which is giving us so much of benefit, so much of help? And that's how the worship of Indra was redirected to worship of the hill. And the legend goes that Indra got annoyed and he flooded the region with copious amounts of water. And the Brajavasis were all afraid, and they prayed to Sri Krishna, and he said, don't worry. And lo and behold, he lifted the Govardhan mountain and asked all of the villagers, his family members, to come under them and said, take protection. When Swami was once narrating this episode, he added a beautiful insight. Everybody was wondering, he's lifting the hill, how is he going to put it down? Because he is holding it on his little finger. How is he going to manage putting the hill down? So everybody is keenly observing. The rains have abated, and now the time comes to come out from under the hill. So he asked all the others to move out, and everybody is looking at him. And suddenly there is a thunderclap. So when there's a thunderclap, everybody started looking in that direction. Next moment when they looked at Sri Krishna, the Parvat is already down and he's standing next to it. There is none who can fathom the mystery of the Lord. The Govardhan Giri episode also reminds us of a beautiful spiritual message. Mark what the Lord has done and inspired his people to do. He redirected all his village members from the worship of Indra to the worship of the Govardhan Parvat. Parvat in our Sanskrit language is called Achala, that which does not move. Indra represents the Indriyas, the senses. And Achala represents the spirit, the immovable Atma, the unshakable Atma. So the Lord gave us the beautiful message that instead of leading a life of pleasure seeking, seek a life of God loving and Atmic consciousness. That is the message that the Govardhan Giri episode gives to all of us. On this beautiful morning, at the conclusion of the annual sports and cultural meet, a meet which the students and the teachers celebrated as ushering in the advent of the 90th year of the advent of our Lord, with the spirit of white and orange. White represents the student community, the teacher community. That was the dress Swami chose for all of us. And orange representing Bhagwan himself. Over the decades, we have had this beautiful bond of eternal love between the students and our Divine Chancellor. He would inspire the students. In fact, the sports meet itself is his gift to the students of his educational institutions. Every day during the month of December, he would be there on the grounds to see the rehearsals, forget the final day performance. I remember one day when he had come, the students were putting up a horse riding show. And there was this boy who was trying to jump a hurdle on his horse, and right in front of Swami, he fell down. The horse threw him off balance, so he fell on the ground, and he rushed to Swami, but Swami patted him, blessed him. On the final day, again, he was there in the ground. The boy had a perfect jump. He again rushed to Swami's presence. And Swami asked him, "Are you happy today? You have made a perfect jump." The story doesn't end there. See, that blessing of Bhagwan, how and what it does to students is something worth watching. That student who jumped with his horse and offered that at the lotus feet on that beautiful sports meet, January 11th, is today a black cat commando providing security to the VVIPs of our country. A humble, a loving offering at Bhagwan's lotus feet, and see what the divine can do to your life. We have with us 5 students representing our various educational institutions to share their experiences of the sports meet. This will be the order of the speakers today. First, from the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anandpur campus, we have Miss Lavanya Rati of the 3rd year BSc Physics Honours class. She hails from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, a Bal Vikas student since 1988. She joined Swami's Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School in her 11th class here at Prashantlayam in June 2010. A vice captain, cultural of the Prema House. She has interests in dance, Veda chanting, elocution, and been securing consistently O grade in her academics at the university. She will be followed by the second speaker, Sai Vishwanath from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. He joined the Sri Sathya Sai Primary School at Prashantlayam in his 5th standard, went on to secure 10 CGPA in the 10th standard board examinations, and currently pursuing his 12th standard in the science stream here at the higher secondary school. He is the captain of the Sathya House for extracurricular activities, has interests in dance, dramatics, oration, and sports like basketball, volleyball, and badminton. He also had the privilege of participating in a few dance presentations in the Divine Presence here at Parthi. The third speaker, representing the Mudanhalli campus of our Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, is Sri B.V. Manikanta of the third year BBM class. He hails from Karnataka. He joined the BBM program of the university in 2012, has consistently secured top rank in his class, is an active member in the multimedia department of the hostel, and has keen interest in playing the tabla. The next speaker from the Brindavan campus of the university is Sri Adarsh Kumar Dora of the third year BCom honors class, who hails from Orissa. He started his education at the Sri Sathya Sai Primary School here at Prashantlim and went on to complete his 12th class from the higher secondary school here. Currently, he is at the Brindavan campus. His interests are books, writing poetry, essays, short stories, and dramatics. He has also won prizes for quiz and is an enthusiastic member of the dietary department in the hostel in the campus. The last student speaker for this morning is Sri Adarsh Saraf from the Prashantlim campus of the second year MSc Mathematics course. He hails from Kolkata, Bengal. He is the recipient of the Sri Sathya Sai All-Rounder Gold Medal for the Prashantlim campus in the year 2014. He is the sports and cultural captain of the Dharma House of the Prashantlim campus, won several prizes in sports, and is also a good athlete. His interests are essay writing, elocution, debate, dramatics, poetry, and photography. An enthusiastic member of the multimedia department of the hostel, he has been actively involved in making videos and documentaries on Bhagwan Baba and his message. I now invite the 5 student speakers to share their thoughts regarding this year's sports meet in the sequence in which their names were read out. First, Lavanya.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My most loving pranams at the lotus feet of our dearest Mother Sai. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, my loving Sai Ram to each one of you. The greatest boon from the highest heavens is the opportunity that each one of us get to perform in front of the divine presence of Swami. Sports meet encapsulates the 4 fundamental premises of the Sri Sathya Sai integral system of education. They are self-confidence, self-satisfaction, self-sacrifice, and self-realization. Self-satisfaction comes from self-confidence. Self-satisfaction leads to self-sacrifice and then to self-realization. Sports meet is one of the mega events of the academic year, when each and every member of each campus gets the opportunity to perform and participate in front of Swami wholeheartedly. But if we were to think upon it, what is the purpose behind conducting the annual sports and cultural meet? Superficially, it may all appear to be learning new skills, but this has a higher learning associated with it. Bhagwan intends to teach us lessons for life, such as teamwork, perseverance, sportsmanship, the ability to deal with adversity, and the value of hard work. Each practice session is a sadhana. Sports meet is the time for multi-dimensional development. We achieve both physical and mental stability by the end of the course. This instills self-confidence. Swami is the perfect blend of both a tough taskmaster and a loving mother. Tests are his tastes. We might have to put a little bit of our self-sacrifice. Swami might put us through the test of fire, but he himself is the ultimate rescuer. During the practice sessions, some of us felt that some tasks were simply unattainable, but God encourages and boosts us at the right time. He has many ways to reach out to his students and keep us going. On the January 11th, our campus presented 2 mass events, one each consisting of 120 students, and another high-risk event called aerial acrobatics. We also had the opportunity to put up a program here in the Sai Kulwant Hall last evening. Swami encouraged and guided the proceedings of each event. Swami blessed the participants of the bouncing blues, the wonder wings of Sai, and the aerial acrobats through dreams. One of the most astonishing blessings is that one of our teachers could see Swami walking amongst the bouncing blues in flesh and blood as they were practicing in the Hillview Stadium. One of the students associated with the Kulwant Hall program also had a dream in which she saw all the students, teachers, and the devotees seated in the physical presence of Bhagwan himself. The commentary for the Anantapur program commenced when Swami put forth a question to all seated in the audience. He asked all the people present, "Who am I?" Unable to fathom the profundity of the question, the audience remained silent. Then Swami himself lovingly replied, "Watch my Anantapur students, they will show you who I am." This shows the compassionate Lord. This proves the compassion of the Lord, that he not only blessed our endeavors, but also granted us to have a glimpse of his supreme nature. Swami is essentially the embodiment of essence of all religions and the fountainhead of all faiths. Our dear Lord is the great, big, wonderful Lord. So, what are we to do for him? This is one of the questions which we all keep asking ourselves. In the campus, we have a beautiful tradition of groups of students coming together and praying collectively during the sports meet preparation. To take our prayer a step ahead, all of us started taking up tasks for each day. This was in order to give up some unwanted qualities and imbibe some very essential ones. The main motive of this was to become a little bit better every day, since in small measures life may perfect be. The way we are is our God's gift to us, and the way we make ourselves is our gift to our God. With each passing day and we becoming a bit better, all of us felt that this year's sports meet became an internal journey towards the indweller. In the long run, all that matters is not just the awards and the mementos which we get, but the self-satisfaction that we experience by being in tune with him each moment. This would ultimately lead us into self-realization. Dearest Lord, make us like the flute that produces soothing music. Take us into thy hands and play through us. Make us devoid of ego, hatred, jealousy, and the like. Fill us with thy love and grace. Bless us to take forward thy holy mission. Grant us the courage and commitment to act as thy instruments. Thank you. Jai Saram.
My most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dearest Mother Sai. Om Shri Sai Ram. Respected elders and dear brothers and sisters, so loving Sai Ram to one and all seated here in this august gathering, here to celebrate on this grand occasion of the annual sports and cultural meet of White and Orange 2015. Dear brothers and sisters, sports is a time, an opportunity for us to express our feelings of love and gratitude to our beloved Lord. Sports meet is a learning experience from which we can learn many lessons, and these lessons can be carried forward for life. One of our brothers had come to me and shared with me an experience which he had during this sports meet itself. This brother was supposed to be a part of the gymnastics item, but he was taken out of this event due to some few reasons. Because of this, he was completely dejected and disappointed that he had to be removed from the sports meet. It was his first sports meet and he wanted to do something for Swami. With this in his heart, he went to the altar in his room and placed 2 chits before it, saying, Swami, I want to be in this sports meet. And he knew that it was a crucial time of practice sessions and he could not join in any other item. So he prayed to Swami and picked up a chit. On each of these chits, one was written yes and on the other was written no. He picked up one of the chits and on it was written no. To his dismay, Swami had directly instructed him not to join in the gymnastics event. But does this mean he won't be participating in the sports meet itself? With this predicament, he went to the teacher in charge, not knowing what to do. The teacher in charge told him that all he could do was pray, and this is exactly what he did. We all know that the easiest way in which a student can communicate with the Lord is prayers. But what does he do? What can a student do if he feels that the Lord is not answering him? The easiest way for us is to go to the message box. In this box, there are many small slips with different sayings and words of Swami. And he went to this message box and with a prayer took out a small slip of paper. On that paper, it was written, I am thinking of you. With this, he got the assurance from Swami directly that he is watching over him, but he had his doubts. Later on in the evening, he went back to the message box and praying took out another chit. And when he saw what was written on it, he was confused because it read, perform well and offer it to me. He didn't understand this at all because he didn't even know which event he was going to take part in. With this confusion, he came to the mandir, prayed and went back to the hostel. He met the teacher in charge again, and upon seeing him, the teacher gave him the good news that he had been selected to fill in for a sudden vacancy in the bikes event, and now he took part, and he was able to take part in the sports and cultural event. But that doesn't end there, dear brothers and sisters, for he went back in full gratitude to that message box again, prayed to Swami in gratitude, and picked out one more slip, and on that slip was written, all the best. Dear brothers and sisters, Swami is guiding us, and taking care of us every moment of our lives. As being part of the LED group, I take full freedom and in saying that we were all quite discouraged before the final day of the program. This was because more than half of our LED suits were not at all working properly, and we didn't have very successful combined practice sessions. With these in mind and heavy hearts, we didn't know where to look and what to do. But our teacher coordinators worked hard, tirelessly motivating us, put all their effort, time and money, and helped us in whichever way they can. From this, we derived inspiration, and together we came united, thinking that whatever we do, we will do it for Swami and Swami alone. And with these thoughts in our hearts, we went forward and performed on the final day of January 11th. And that day, that performance explains it all. Dear brothers and sisters, as students of Bhagwan, we must understand that He has lived His entire life for us, and we too owe all our lives to Him. He has given us small toffees and chocolates when we were innocent little children so that He can see the joy on our faces. And as we grew up, He gave us free medical attention and free education. He has given us even more than a mother can give her child. And thus, we are a testimony of His love for us. Dear brothers and sisters, join me in prayer as we pray to the Lord, that we remind ourselves each and every moment of our lives who we are and what we came for, that we are His children and His property alone. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
ఉప్పు కప్పురంబు ఒక్క పోలిక నుండు చూడ చూడ రుచుల జాడవేరు పురుషులందు పుణ్య పురుషులు వేరయా విశ్వదాభిరామ వినురవేమా. Salt and camphor look alike for our eyes, but when tasted, they are different. In the same way, all the people on this earth are of the same physical making, but there are a few who stand out to be uniquely fortunate because they have been handpicked by the Vishwadabhirama, who has come to this earth in the form of our beloved Sai Rama to be part of his divine mission. I offer my loving and prayerful pranams at the lotus feet of my Sadguru, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders and my dear brothers and sisters, Swami's institutions are very unique in their system and structure. All these institutions were personally nurtured by our Bhagwan so that they provide us the maximum benefit. These institutions, the Sathya Sai system of value-based integral education ensures the balanced development of every student, making them physically fit, mentally strong, and spiritually aware. Every student in the process of learning is provided with multifarious opportunities for them to participate in various events and activities, both curricular and extracurricular. Thus, the system works towards fulfilling the Bhagavan's words, Ihamunu Sukimpa Hema Taraka Vidya, Paramunu Sukimpa Brahma Vidya. Among the various events in which a student participates, the annual sports and cultural meet plays an important role in tempering the energies of a student and directing all their efforts towards achieving one single goal, that is to see the smile on the face of Swami on January 11th. The CS Sports Meet was a unique sports meet with a unique concept, that is the one and only orange and many whites, the bond between them. Every year, the men's campuses would put up institution-wise performances whose outcome could be compared to the work that could be done by one single finger of a hand. But this year, it was a united effort by all the men's institutions, which can be likened to the wonders that can be created when all the five fingers of our hand come together. The theme, white and orange, shows the power of WEV, W being the beginning of the surrender of white, finally culminating in the orange, which ends with E, indicating the eternal bond. We came together without any differences. This created a platform for the talents from all the institutions to give their best and please our beloved Lord. January 11, 2015 will be an unforgettable day in our lives on which we, the students of Sai, brought all our hearts together and offered one biggest heart to the size of which Swami expects our heart should be. The following incident helps me to recall the words of Swami, Ellappudu mi inta venta chanta untanu. One of the students participating in the motorcycle event fell down with his head hitting the ground. He became unaware about anything for a while. All the students put their effort to bring back his memories, but all their efforts went in vain. Then one of the teacher in charge showed him a photo of Bhagwan, to which he responded with a smile of familiarity on his face. At this juncture, I would like to remember of the words, bend the body, mend the senses, and end the mind, which signifies that we should put in our sincere effort without any expectation and accept the result, be it success or failure, as the blessing of the Lord. I would like to conclude by thanking Swami for the beautiful experiences that he has given me in this sports meet. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my pranams to our dear Lord. Respected parents, revered elders, and dear sisters and brothers, Sai Ram to all of you. In our country, as once an elder put it, we celebrate a variety of festivals. But among these festivals, there are a few which are specific to certain sections of our society. Take, for instance, the Raksha Bandhan. It celebrates the bond between a brother and a sister. Take Karwa Chauth. It celebrates the longevity between a married couple. Similarly, Sports Meet is one such festival which celebrates that bond of love between the Lord and his students. And if there were ever to exist a platform from upon which one were to put to test his saying when he tells, "You take one step towards me, and I'll take 100 towards you," then one has to witness the annual sports and cultural meet of the Sri Sathya Sai institutions. For this is one event in the year wherein every single student directs his efforts to please the Lord, and the Lord in turn directs his love to protect his children. Well, as I stand here today at the end of the sports season, I'm left with two lessons and one insight. The first lesson that I learned was to feel the sense of belonging in whatever we do and is to make our contribution count. I was part of the LED group this year, and as one of my predecessors put it, it was no cakewalk. But what was so unique about the LED program this year was the way the lights were controlled. Way back in the month of November, some senior students and teachers were sitting together and trying to design the suit and find a way by which we could put in the switches. But then the teacher coordinator from the school walks in and gives us a bag within which are a few LED strips and a small diagram. Sir tells us that this has been given by the 8th class boys of high school. In that piece of paper, the students of the 8th class of high school had made a diagram and a detailed explanation as how we could come over the use of switches and by mere touching of our fingers together, we could light up our suits. This shows the sense of belonging. For the 8th class boys felt that they were equally a part of this sports meet, and that this sports meet was equally their offering towards their Lord and not just of the seniors. And the biggest contribution to the LED program was probably from the 8th class students of high school. The second lesson that I learned being a part of this sports meet was a sense of commitment that we ought to have. Two of our alumni brothers, who were previously the part of the Prashanti dance group, and now currently working in Bangalore, were called up to Brindavan to teach the boys dance over there. Initially, they used to walk over to Brindavan on weekends and teach the boys dance. But as the date for the sports meet neared, what they did was really inspiring. Every day, evening, after their work, they used to come straight to the hostel, teach the boys dance, stay that night in the hostel, the next morning, teach the boys dance, and from the hostel, leave for work again. And in the evening, when the boys used to return from college, the brothers used to be there back in the hostel from work, ready to teach the boys once again. They were putting in their best so that the boys could put in their best, and together a collective best could be put up for Swami. And now for the insight. A few of us were sitting there in the audience and watching the JHO, the formation boys, put up their program. And one particular sequence in the program involved the rotation of the bugangs. And a brother by my side reminded me, Others, do you remember in our 11th, when we put up the bugangs for the first time in front of Swami, Swami clapped thrice in the course of our program. And when I remembered and recollected that day, I was happy. I also recollected how, like me, each and every single member of the bugang team in my 11th standard 5 years back was so happy. And then I realized, beyond this, nothing matters. Neither success nor failure, no ups nor any downs, neither any criticism nor any praises. For when the Lord is happy, we are happy. And when we are happy, our Lord is always happy. Thank you, Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer myself at the lotus feet of my beloved Lord. Respected elders and my dear brothers and sisters, a very loving Sai Ram to all of you. The Sri Sathya Sai annual sports and cultural meet is a very significant event in the life of a Sai student. It is the crucible in which all the students are smelted to make of them pure gold, Swami's Bangarus. Today, I would like to talk about the sports and cultural meet in the 4 phases of incredulity, perseverance, surrender, and detachment. And as might become evident, these 4 phases apply not only to the sports and cultural meet, but to any of the challenges that any of us might face in our lives. Let us look at the first phase of incredulity, wherein we are filled with disbelief and wonder at the task lined up in front of us. When I joined in my 11th class, I was a newcomer in the Sai family. Until then, I had known absolutely nothing about Swami. Naturally, the sports meet, when it came, was a big shock for me. As I watched the videos for the stunts to be performed that year, I was wonderstruck. Nothing in my schooling had so far prepared me for such an extravaganza. To my naive mind then, most of the stunts shown were impossible for us to perform, and I was ruling them out one by one. But I was mistaken, for I was ignoring the fact that this was Sai's arena, where miracles happen. And as it happened, I was myself performing one of the stunts which I had so easily ruled out, which involved climbing a ladder, a 6-feet ladder, without any support at all. After overcoming the initial phase of disbelief and wonder, we move on to the next phase of perseverance. Certainly, it is not at all an easy journey trying to achieve the impossible. It is a long and arduous one which can be undertaken only if we take each step with patience and perseverance. While made possible by Swami's grace, the stunts are still difficult to perform and require a lot of commitment to master. In the process of learning, we might incur a lot of pain. We might face a lot of disappointments. At times, it might seem much easier to just give up. After all, why struggle so much? It is at these times that we need to remind ourselves that it is only for Swami that we are doing it. And remembering this, we must persevere. But this is not the end of the story, for perseverance only endows one with the skill. But what enables us to complete the task is Swami's will. And this is the third phase where we need to surrender to Swami, offering whatever we have learned at His feet and letting Him do whatever He wants to do with it. Sometimes, despite all that we go through to perfect a particular stunt, we may not get a chance to perform it on the final day. Sometimes, despite all the hard work, we might face apparent failure in the final performance. This is when we need to wholeheartedly accept whatever Swami has willed for us, knowing that He has only done what is best for us. And this brings us to the fourth phase of detachment from all these actions. For if we look at it closely, we'd realize that we have not really done anything. Can we at all believe ourselves capable of achieving what has been achieved? No, it is only Swami who is the actor. Then who are we to claim the fruits of the actions? Good or bad, it is all His, and we need to detach from it. The sports and cultural meet is an offering to our Lord, and once it is made, we must leave everything associated with it behind us and move on with our life, which in itself is a game that continues with yet another challenge to surmount, yet another goal to achieve, and yet another opportunity to please our Lord. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, students, for your beautiful thoughts and sentiments. In appreciation of the wonderful effort and loving offering at the Divine Lotus feet, we now have our Founder Chancellor's cups being awarded to all the campuses. I invite Shri K. Chakravarti, Member Secretary Shri Sathya Sai Central Trust, to the dais to give away these cups to the various campuses. We first have the students of the Sri Sathya Sai Primary School, Prashanthi Nilayam. taking us back to Treta Yuga and reminding us of Lord Sri Rama's Vanar Sera. The next campus is Srimati Ishwaramma English Medium School, Prashantinilam. Next, we have the first college established by Bhagwan, the Anantapur campus of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. The next campus is the second exclusive women's campus among our Sai educational institutions, the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences, Whitefield. For their creativity and their vibrant dynamism, we next have the students of the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School, Prashantinilayam. Incidentally, the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School has been ranked 8th amongst the CBSE schools all India. Bhagwan is Gana Lola. Our next campus is Sathya Sai Mirpuri College of Music, Prashanthi Nilayam. Next, we have the youngest campus of our university, the Muddenhalli campus, Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. The first men's college established by Bhagwan was at Bangalore, which today is the Brindavan campus of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Finally, we have our headquarters at Prashantlim, the main campus, Prashantlim campus of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Thank you, sir. We will now have all the physical directors of the various campuses offering their obeisance to Bhagwan. We shall now have the prize distribution of the individual institutions and campuses. We begin with the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School, Prashantanilayam. I invite Sri R.J. Ratnakar, member Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust, to distribute the prizes to our students. The Games Cup goes to Prema House, Captain Shrikant Nayak, Vice Captain Bharat Reddy. The Talent Search Program Cup goes to Prema House, Captain Sai Bharadwaj, Vice Captain Sai Sumant. The Athletics House Championship goes to Sathya House, Captain Shivram Krishna Naidu, Vice Captain Sridhar Raikar. The overall house championship goes to Prema House, Captain Nishant Tomar, Vice Captain KM Sridhar. Sub-juniors individual champion, P. Karthik of the 9th standard. He comes first in 200 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters, long jump, high jump, obstacle race, football winners, cricket winners, volleyball runner-up, and 4 into 100 meters runner-up. Sub-juniors individual runner-up is U. Sai Pavan of the 9th standard. He comes first in 100 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters, second in obstacle race, third in 200 meters, long jump, and advertisement winners. Juniors individual champion, Vishnu Vardhan Reddy, 11th standard. He comes first in 100 meters, 400 meters, shot put, sack race, second in triple jump, third in 200 meters, dance winners, and runner-up in 4 into 100 meters, 4 into 400 meters, volleyball and football. Seniors individual champion is Saurav Ghimirai, 12th standard. He comes first in 100 meters, 200 meters, 3,000 meters, long jump, third in triple jump, winners in 4 into 400 meters, basketball winners and cricket winners. It's not there. Name is not there. Juniors individual runner-up is B.V. Puneet of the 11th standard. He comes first in 200 meters, 800 meters, long jump, second in 100 meters, 1500 meters, and winners in 4 into 100 meters, 4 into 400 meters, advertisement, football, volleyball, and runner-up in cricket and skit competition. We now come to the university campuses. I invite Professor K.B.R. Verma, our esteemed Vice Chancellor, to give away the prizes. We begin with the Mudanhalli campus. Athletics champion is Sri Santosh Basappa of the third year BBM course. He comes first in 400 meters, high jump, long jump, triple jump, second in 200 meters, and 4 into 100 meters relay winners. Athletics runner-up is Sri Bharatesh, third year BBM. He comes first in 100 meters, 200 meters, shot put, second in long jump, triple jump, and cricket winners. Cultural champion is Sri Anvit Manohar Hegde, third year BBM. He comes first in Hindi elocution, second in English elocution, mono acting, and drama winners. Cultural runner-up is Sai Shyam Sundar, first year BBM. He comes first in drawing and painting, model making, and orchestra winners. Next we come to Brindavan campus. Athletics champion is Sri Praveen Kumar Reddy, first year BCom honors. He comes first in 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, long jump, and third in triple jump. Athletics runner-up is Shri S. Sainath, second year MFM. He comes first in 800 meters, 1500 meters, second in 400 meters, and winners in 4 into 400 meters relay and football. Cultural champion is Anirudh Chatnath, second year BCom honors. He comes first in essay writing, second in English elocution, music keyboard, and short story writing, and quiz winners. Cultural runner-up is C.R. Santosh, third year BSc Physics honors. He comes first in Vedam chanting level 1, music Mridangam second, and Stotram chanting and explanation second, group acting winners. Next, Prashantilim campus. Athletics champion undergraduate, Shri Amarendra Pratap Biswal, first year BSc honors. He comes first in 200 meters, 400 meters, high jump, triple jump, and winners in 4 into 100 meters relay and cricket. Athletics runner-up undergraduate is Ashish Bareli, first year BA. He comes first in 100 meters, 800 meters, long jump, second in triple jump, third in 10,000 meters, and cricket winners. Cultural champion undergraduate Subrat Lama, third year BSc honors in economics. He comes first in painting, poster making, second in modeling, photography, third in sketching, and orchestra winners. Cultural runner-up undergraduate Devjit Audi of the first year BSc honors. He comes first in English elocution, mono acting, debate winners, orchestra winners. Athletics champion postgraduate Gaurav Verma, second year MSc Physics. He comes first in 400 meters, 800 meters, 1500 meters, high jump, table tennis, second in 10,000 meters, third in triple jump, and winners in 4 into 400 meters relay. Athletics runner-up postgraduate is S.R. Prashant of the first year MA Economics. He comes first in long jump, tennis, triple jump, second in 200 meters, high jump, third in 100 meters, and shuttle badminton. Cricket winners, tennis winners. Cultural champion postgraduate Balram Kamri, first year MSc Biosciences. He comes second in Hindi elocution, mono acting. cultural runner-up postgraduate, Shri Aditya Shekhar, first year MSc in Physics. He comes second in English elocution and short story competition. We now have the prize distribution for the Anantapur campus.
Offering my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, I have the pleasant duty of announcing the individual champions from the Anantapur campus. Athletics champion in undergraduate goes to Sophia Lama, final BSc Honours in Chemistry. She receives first in 200 meters, first in 400 meters, third in 800 meters, first in long jump, first in 1500 meters, first in 4 into 100 meter relay, third in 4 into 400 meter relay, winners in throwball, runners in basketball, and runners in handball. Athletics runner-up in undergraduate goes to Kumari Jayalakshmi S, third BCom Honours, first in 100 meters, first in 100 meter hurdles, second in long jump, third in hammer throw, first in 4 into 400 meter relay, second in 4 into 100 meter relay, and winners in Kho-Kho. Cultural champion in undergraduate goes to Kumari Priya Gurumurthy from 3rd BCom Honours. First in classical music, first in light music, and second in one-act play. The cultural runner-up in undergraduate goes to Prachi Bulbul, first BSc Honours, first in English elocution, and first in Vedam chanting. The fine arts champion in undergraduate goes to Kumari M. Akshamala, final BSc in mathematics, first in creative carving, first in floor art, first in flower craft, second in mehendi art, third in collage art, and third in theme-based painting. The fine arts and runner-up in undergraduate goes to Kumari Nidhi Agarwal, second BSc Honours, first in bookmark craft, first in theme-based painting, and merit in object drawing. The athletic champions in postgraduate goes to Kumari Palla Pushpavati, second MSc in Biosciences, first in 200 meters, first in 400 meters, first in high jump, second in 100 meters, second in long jump, and also winners in Kho-Kho. Athletics runner-up in postgraduate goes to Kumari Pratima Bareli, second MSc in Bioscience, first in 100 meters, first in 800 meters, second in 200 meters, third in high jump, first in 1500 meters, and also winner in Kho-Kho. The cultural champion in postgraduate goes to Vandana Ramachandran B.Ed, first in classical music, first in light music, and second in English elocution. The cultural runner-up in postgraduate goes to Kumari Sai Preeti, second MSc in Food Science and Nutrition, first in Vedam chanting, second in light music. The fine arts champion in postgraduate goes to Kumari Annapurna Rai, second MA in English language and literature, first in collage art, first in depictive writing, first in theme-based painting, second in bookmark craft, and second in flower craft. The Fine Arts runner-up in postgraduate goes to Kumari Darshika Chaudhary B.Ed. First in creative carving, first in Hindi elocution, first in object drawing, second in theme-based painting, third in bookmark craft, and third in flower craft. Thank you, Saira.
We now pray Bhagwan for his benedictory and Sankranti message.
దివ్యాత్మ స్వరూపులైన విద్యార్థులారా, విద్యార్థినీయులారా, విద్యాధికారులారా, విద్యాభిమానులారా, embodiments of divine Atma, the students, the teachers, the management, and the patrons of education. మనము నేడు అనంతమైన శాస్త్ర విజ్ఞాన సముదానమును పొందితిమి. We have acquired all the scholarship that is possible in the area of shastras, scriptures. ఇది బహిరమైన నాగరికతను మాత్రమే అందించుతున్నది. This has been able to give you only the external civilization. మనకు కావలసినది హృదయ పరిపాకం. What we really need is mastery over our own inner self and heart. ఇది అంతరమైనటువంటి సంస్కృతిని అందించుతున్నది. This gives you the inner culture. విద్యార్థి మేధాతో పాటు హృదయ విశాలతను కూడాను చేకూర్చుతున్నది. This gives to the students, along with intelligence, a culture. మానవుని దయామయునిగా మార్చినటువంటి చైతన్యము విద్యలో ఉండినప్పుడే విద్య పరిపూర్ణమవుతుంది. Only when that particular quality is embedded in education, which can make a person develop compassion, that alone is true education. కాకుండా స్వార్థపరునిగా సంకుచితమైనటువంటి వ్యక్తిగా విద్యార్థి మారరాదు. On the other hand, if one does not have that particular quality, a student is likely to become selfish and narrow-minded. శిక్షణతో పాటు హృదయ నిర్మలతను కూడాను పెంచాలి విద్య. Along with the skills of learning, there is need for cultivation of purity of heart. అప్పుడే వ్యక్తికి డిసిప్లైన్, ఒక విధమైనటువంటి క్రమశిక్షణ ఏర్పడుతుంది. Only then would it be possible for an individual to cultivate discipline. క్రమశిక్షణ లేనటువంటి చదువు కానేరు. Education without discipline cannot be described as a true education at all. విద్యార్థికి భయము, భక్తి, విశ్వాసము ఈ మూడు కూడాను అత్యవసరముగా ఉండవలసినటువంటివి. Every student must essentially have a sense of fear, devotion and faith. భయము అనగా పాప భయం. Here fear refers to fear of committing a sin. పాపం అనగా ఏమిటి? What does sin mean? పరదూషణ, పరహింస, criticizing others and being violent to others, శీలరహితమైనటువంటి కర్మలు, actions devoid of character, పరులను నొప్పించటము, hurting others, సంస్కృతిని విస్మరించటము, గివింగ్ అప్ కల్చర్, ఇవన్నీ కూడాను కేవలము పాపములకు కూడినవి. ఆల్ దీస్ యాక్షన్స్ అండ్ క్వాలిటీస్ ను బి డిస్క్రైబ్. ముఖ్యముగా విద్యార్థికి శీలయుక్తమైనటువంటి కర్మల యందు ప్రవేశించడము మహాపాపం. Essentially, a student has to realize undertaking characterless activities are sinful. కనుక విద్యార్థినీలకు సర్వమానవులకు కూడాను ఈ యొక్క శీలమే ప్రాణం. For all students, the men students and the women students, character may be described as the very life breath. శీలరహితమైనటువంటి కర్మల యందు అతి జాగ్రత్తగా మెలగవలసి వస్తుంది విద్యార్థులు. Students will have to be extremely careful in order to avoid characterless activities. ఇక్కడ త్యాగశీలము, పవిత్రము, here sacrifice and sacredness, గుణపోషణ అత్యవసరముగా విద్య యందు ఉండియే తీరాలి. And cultivation of virtues are essential components of true education. కనుక ఇట్టి దుష్టమైనటువంటి మార్గముల యందు ప్రవేశించకుండా ఉండటే విద్యార్థి యొక్క ప్రథమ కర్తవ్యం. The primary and the very first duty of a student is to avoid all sorts of harmful and evil activities. పరదూషణ చేయటమే మాత్రమే కాకుండా ఈ పరదూషణను వినటం కూడాను ఒక పాపం కింద పోల్చారు. Criticizing others alone is not sinful. Even listening to it is equal to a sin. కనుక ధర్మశాస్త్రమునందు పరదూషణ, దూషణ శ్రవణము, పరనింద, పరులను బాధించటము ఇవి మహాపాపములుగా ఏర్పడుతూ వచ్చింది. In the scriptures which declare and announce about the laws of morality, it is said that criticizing others, listening to the criticism of others and hurting others are all evil things and sinful activities. సామాన్యమైన మానవులను నిందించటమే పాపమైనప్పుడు సర్వజ్ఞుడైనటువంటి భగవంతుని నిందించడం మహాపాపముగా కూడాను తోస్తుంది. If commenting adversely and criticizing an ordinary person may be called a sin, how much more sinful is it to describe or criticize or comment on the Lord himself? కనుకనే పాపములన్నిటికంటే మించినది పరులను నిందించేదన్నా అన్నారు. That is why it is said, criticizing others is the worst form of sin. ఇట్టి పాపములో పాల్పడకుండా ఉంటుండాలి విద్యార్థులు. Students should avoid participating in such sinful activities. ఇంకా భక్తి. The next, devotion can be taken up. భక్తి అనగా కేవలము జపములు చేయటము, పూజలు చేయటము, ధ్యానము చేయటం మాత్రమే కాదు. Devotion doesn't mean offering worship, repeating the name and such other activities including meditation. ఉత్పత్తి భజ సేవాయామం అన్నారు. The origin of the word, etymologically speaking, devotion refers to అనగా భగవంతుని సేవయే భక్తి అని. Devotion refers to serving the Lord. మానవుడు నిరంతరము భగవంతుని చింతనతో, భగవంతుని స్మరణతో నిండి ఉండినప్పుడే హృదయం ద్రవించిపోతుంది. When a person is full of, when man continuously indulges in contemplation of God, thinking of God, repeating the name of God, it would be an act of devotion. ఇది ధారాపాతముగా భగవంతుని పైన ప్రేమగా జనిస్తుంది. If it flows continuously, then it can become love of God and it can become devotion. ఇట్టి మానసిక పరివర్తననే భక్తి అని పిలుచబడుతుంది. Such kind of transformation of the mind and mental process may be described as devotion. సాధకుని యొక్క ఆసక్తి, the interest of a sadhaka, అభిమానము, and his own love, మమత్వము, and his own ప్రేమ, మైండ్నెస్, ఇవన్నింటినీ కూడాను భగవంతుని పైన మరల్చడమే భక్తి అని చెప్పబడుతుంది. All these things will have to be directed and diverted towards God, and this may be described as devotion. భగవంతుని యొక్క ప్రేమ రసామృతములో మునిగి తన తత్వమునే మరచి దివ్యత్వంతో పవిత్రమైనటువంటి కాలం అనుభవించడమే భక్తి అనిపించింది. devotion refers to a person's getting absorbed and engrossed in the love of God and being drenched by the love of God, and that will be described as true devotion.
భక్తుడు భగవంతుడు వేరు కానటువంటి యొక్క ఏకత్వ స్థితిని అనుభవించడమే భక్తి అనిపిస్తుంది.
Devotion means overcoming the differentiation between the devotee and God and enjoying oneness.
భగవంతుడు విశ్వస్వరూపుడు.
God permeates the entire world.
విశ్వవంతేకుడు భగవంతుని యొక్క స్వరూపమని అనిపిస్తుంది భక్తి అంటే.
When one is having devotion, one feels the entire world as the very manifestation of God.
విశ్వం విష్ణుమయం అన్నారు.
It is said that the entire world is full of Vishnu.
విష్ణు అనగా సర్వవ్యాపకత్వాన్ని బోధించేటువంటిది.
Vishnu refers to permeating the principle of divinity.
సర్వత్వాన్ని తెలిపేటువంటిది.
It refers to omniscience.
సర్వమయ సర్వశక్తిమయుని కూడా నిరూపించేటువంటిది.
It also proves the omnipotence of God.
ఇట్టి విష్ణుత్వంతో మానవత్వం ఐక్యం గావించుకునేటువంటి పవిత్రమైన మార్గమునకే భక్తి అని పేరు.
Merging the individual with the divine may be described as true devotion.
లౌకిక దృష్టితో మనం పరిగణించినప్పుడు సర్వులను కూడా నువ్వు ప్రేమించేటువంటి విధానం అనే భక్తి అనిపిస్తుంది.
In a worldly way, when we look at it, loving everyone may be described as devotion.
మొట్టమొదట వ్యక్తి తన యొక్క తల్లిదండ్రులను ప్రేమించాలి.
In the very first instance, a man has to love his parents.
తదుపరి గుణ వికాసమును కల్పించేటువంటి భుక్తి విశాలతను కల్పించేటువంటి అందించేటువంటి గురువులను ప్రేమించాలి.
Next step is to love teacher who helps him to blossom his heart and his intelligence.
ఇట్టి పవిత్రమైన మానవ జన్మను అందించినటువంటి దేశమును ప్రేమించాలి.
Next is one should love one's motherland.
ఈ విధముగా తదుపరి ప్రతి మానవుని ఎందుకుండే ఉండినటువంటి యొక్క దివ్యత్వమైన ఆత్మతత్వాన్ని మనం విశ్వసించాలి.
As a next step, one has to recognize the immanent divinity which exists in every other human being.
ఈశావాస్యం ఇదం సర్వం. సర్వము ఎందుకుడను సర్వులు ఎందుకుడను ఈశ్వరుడు ఉన్నాడనేటువంటి యొక్క తత్వాన్ని మనం ప్రేమించాలి.
We should love and understand the principle that the principle of divinity and God exists in every human being.
తోటి మానవులను మనం ప్రేమించాలి.
We should love our fellow beings.
ఈ ప్రేమయే లేనటువంటి యొక్క హృదయము చీకటి మందిరం.
A heart which does not have love may be compared to a dark dungeon.
ఇట్టి చీకటి మందిరం యందు కామక్రోధ లోభమోహం అనేటువంటి గబ్బిడములకు ప్రవేశం ఉంటుంటాయి.
In a dark dungeon like that, it is possible for the bats of desire, hatred,
and
anger,
దుష్టపక్షులు ప్రవేశించినటువంటి గది కేవలం మాలిన్యంతో కూడి ఉంటుంటాయి.
Once these 6 enemies enter that particular heart, it will become dirty also.
అట్టి దుర్గంధంతో కూడినటువంటి యొక్క హృదయమనందు దుర్భావములే ఆవిర్భవిస్తుంటాయి.
In a heart which is full of such bad odor, there will be all sorts of bad feelings.
దుర్భావములు ఆవిర్భవించినప్పుడు మానవుడు దుష్టుడై ప్రవర్తిస్తుంటాడు.
When such bad feelings emanate in his heart, he will be indulging in bad actions.
కనుక దుష్టుడు కేవలము ఒక మృగముతో సమానం.
Therefore, a bad person or a wicked person may be described as an animal.
కనుక విద్యార్థుల హృదయమునందు ప్రప్రథమంగా భక్తిని ఆవిర్భవింప చేసుకోవాలి.
In the first instance, therefore, the students will have to see that devotion emanates and develops in the heart
భక్తి
of their
అనేది
hearts.
నిశ్చల నిస్వార్థమైనటువంటి ప్రేమతత్వమే.
Devotion refers to selfless love.
ఇలాంటి ప్రేమతో కలపటమే ప్రధానమైనటువంటి సాధనం.
Mixing such selfless love with pure love is the very primary purpose of devotion.
ప్రేమ వల్ల శ్రద్ధ ఏర్పడుతుంది.
When you have love, you will be able to develop
శ్రద్ధ వల్ల జ్ఞానము చేకూరుతుంది.
faith, and through faith, wisdom.
జ్ఞానం వల్ల సాధన చేకూరుతుంది.
And when you are having wisdom,
సాధన యొక్క ఫలితమే సాధ్యము.
And then you will be able to reach the goal.
ఇది ప్రేమ యొక్క చివరి నిష్కర్షణ ఈ యొక్క సాధన.
The ultimate object and the goal of love is
కనుక ఇట్టి ప్రేమతత్వాన్ని మానవుడు అభివృద్ధి పరుచుకున్నప్పుడే ఈ దివ్యత్వం అనేటువంటి దాన్ని దర్శించడానికి అర్హుడవుతాడు.
only when man fosters love in his heart, he would be able to experience divinity in himself.
కనుక రెండవదైనటువంటిది భక్తి, ఇంకా మూడవది విశ్వాసము.
The third one is faith.
విశ్వాసమే లేకుండా మానవుడు ఈ జగత్తునందు క్షణమైనా జీవించలేడు.
If man does not have faith in him, he would not be able to live even for a moment in the world.
దేని యందు విశ్వాసం?
Faith here refers to
మొట్టమొదటి తన యందు తనకు విశ్వాసం కుదరాలి.
In the very first instance, he should have faith in himself.
తన యందు కుదిరినప్పుడే దైవమునందు కూడాను విశ్వాసం అభివృద్ధి అవుతుంది.
Only when one has faith in himself, one can have faith in God.
దైవ విశ్వాసాలను బలపరుచుకోవాలన్నా సత్యమును విశ్వసించాలి.
If one has to foster and develop faith in God, one has to develop faith in
ధర్మాన్ని విశ్వసించాలి.
one has to develop faith in righteousness.
తన యొక్క దివ్యత్వం పైన విశ్వాసం అభివృద్ధి పరచుకోవాలి.
He should develop faith in his own divine nature.
విశ్వాసమే ప్రాణమని భావించాలి.
Faith itself must be taken as the very life.
విశ్వాసం లేని జీవితం మృతదేహమే.
If one does not have faith, he is as good as dead.
ఈ విశ్వాసమే లేకుండా విద్యను కూడాను అభ్యసించలేడు విద్యార్థి.
If one does not have faith, a student cannot even cultivate and learn education.
కనుక మనము చేసే ప్రతి కర్మ యందు కూడాను విశ్వాసమును అభివృద్ధి పరచుకొని ఆచరించినప్పుడే ఈ కర్మ ఫలమును మనము అందుకుంటూ అధికారులం అవుతాం.
Therefore, you only when you have faith in what you do, you will be able to achieve the goal.
కనుక విద్యార్థికి భయము, భక్తి, విశ్వాసము ఈ మూడింటితో కూడినటువంటి యొక్క చదువుని నిజమైనటువంటి చదువుగా భావిస్తున్నారు.
The meaning of all this is that only when education contains fear of sin, devotion and faith,
దీనిని జాతీయ విద్యను కూడా చెప్పవచ్చు.
This may be described as national education.
చిక్కిన పవిత్రమైనటువంటి యొక్క కాలమును దక్కించుకుంటకై కొంచెం ప్రయత్నించాలి.
Make efforts to get the real benefit from an opportunity which has come your way.
ఇలాంటి పవిత్రమైనటువంటి అవకాశములను మనం సార్థకం చేసుకోవాలి.
Sanctify such opportunities which you have got.
ఈనాడు పవిత్రమైనటువంటి మహాపర్వదినం.
Today is a highly sacred, auspicious festival day.
సూర్యుడు కూడాను దక్షిణం నుంచి ఉత్తరం ప్రయాణం చేస్తున్నాడు.
Sun also is traveling from south.
దీనిని దేవయానము అన్నారు, పరమాత్మ వైపున ప్రయాణము అని.
This also is described as travel towards God.
ఆ సూర్యునితో పాటు మన యొక్క బుద్ధిని కూడాను దేవయానంగా మనం అభివృద్ధి గావించుకున్నప్పుడు నిజంగా మనం జన్మకు సార్థకంగా అవుతుంది.
Only when we turn our intelligence towards God, then only our life becomes sanctified.
ఈనాటి నుండి మన భావములను పవిత్రమైన ఆధ్యాత్మిక మార్గంలో ప్రవేశపెట్టి
from today onwards we should introduce all our thinking and all our feelings in the spiritual direction.
నిత్య జీవితమునకు సంబంధించినటువంటి కృత్యములు యందు ఏమాత్రం కూడా లోటు చేయక,
following the day-to-day life in the way that we ought to,
కర్తవ్యాలు చక్కగా నిర్వర్తించుకుంటూ,
discharging our duties in the most acceptable way.
ఇది ఇహమునకు అది పరమునకు గమ్యము అనేటువంటి యొక్క లక్ష్యాన్ని హృదయమునందు అభివృద్ధిపరచుకొని,
cultivating the feeling and the faith that we'll have to take care of the world here and the world the other.
ఈ రెండు
world
విద్యలు
also.
ఎందుకు కూడా రెండు పాత్రలుగా మనం వహించి,
Identifying and comparing these two things as two wings of a bird.
దివ్యమైనటువంటి గమ్యాన్ని,
We have to try to reach the sacred goal, the divine goal,
ధన్య జీవితాన్ని
sacred life.
అందుకుంటారని
I hope that you
నేను
will be
ఆశిస్తూ ఆశీర్వదిస్తూ నా ప్రసంగాన్ని విరమిస్తున్నాను.
hoping that you would reach the goal of life. Swami is bringing his divine discourse to a close.
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम రామ 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 पाप कटे दुख मिटे ये राम नाम भव समुद्र सुखद नाव एक राम नाम परम शांति सुख निदान दिव्य राम नाम परम शांति सुख निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम माता पिता बंधु सखा सबकी राम नाम माता पिता बंधु सखा सबकी राम नाम भक्त जनर जीवन धन एक राम नाम राम 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 श्री राम राम
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो 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 महादेव बोलो जे पांडुरंग बोलो महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो सौराष्ट्र सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
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 अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो, गोविंद नाम बोलो, महादेव बोलो, जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
महादेव बोलो, जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो, गोविंद नाम बोलो, राम कृष्ण बोलो, जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
बोलो, जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
साई शांति दाई सत्य साई बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो,
गोपाल बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो,
बोलो, गोपाल बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो,
गोपाल बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो,
Sriranga, Sriranga, Ranga Ranga, Sriranga. 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 Kaveri tatavasa kasturi ranga. Kaveri tatavasa kasturi ranga. कारुण्य लावण्य करुणातरंगा. कारुण्य लावण्य करुणातरंगा. जय पांडुरंगा, जय साई रंगा. 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 Sriranga, Sriranga, Ranga Ranga, Sriranga. Sriranga, Sriranga, Ranga Ranga, Sriranga. Kaveri tatavasa kasturi ranga. कारुण्य लावण्य करुणातरंगा. जय पांडुरंगा, जय साई रंगा. जय पांडुरंगा, जय साई रंगा. जय पांडुरंगा, जय साई रंगा. श्रीरंगा, श्रीरंगा, रंग रंग, श्रीरंगा. पवन कुमारा पावन वीरा. पवन कुमारा पावन वीरा. अति बलवंता हनुमंता. अति बलवंता हनुमंता. अंजनी पुत्र वीरांजनेया. अंजनी पुत्र वीरांजनेया. निरंजन
बोलो निरंजना विजयी भव।
जय विजयी भव, जय विजयी भव।
जय विजयी भव, जय विजयी
भव भयनाशा हनुमन्ता।
भव भयनाशा हनुमन्ता।
पवन कुमारा पावन धीरा।
अति बलवंता हनुमंता।
अंजनी पुत्र वीरांजनेया।
अंजनी पुत्र वीरांजनेया।
निरंजना विजयी भव।
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 बोलो निरंजना विजयी भव। जय विजयी भव, जय विजयी भव। श्री राम 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 यदुनंदन है घनश्याम।
राम 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 यदुनंदन है घनश्याम।
श्री राम 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 यदुनंदन है घनश्याम।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
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 श्री राम जय साई राम।
श्री राम जय साई राम।
श्री राम जय साई राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय साई राम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
पतित पावन सीताराम।
पतित पावन सीताराम।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय साई राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय साई राम।
श्री राम जय साई राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय साई राम।
श्री राम 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 यदुनंदन है घनश्याम।
राम 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 यदुनंदन है घनश्याम।
श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय साई राम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम। पतित पावन सीताराम। श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय साई राम। बोलो श्री राम जय साई राम। राम 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 यदुनंदन है घनश्याम। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे। भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्ति महे ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयन ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदु मंगल आरती अंदु मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय
Till now, you were listening to the live proceedings from Sai Kulwant Hall, Prashanthi Nilayam. We now take you back to our regular program schedule.